Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Phil and I'm out here making another video today. So the funny thing is I didn't really even have a concept for what I wanted to talk about with you guys today. I was just feeling good, feeling myself, and I decided to just come out here on campus and use this as a little bit of a practice. The main thing I wanted to talk about is really not much different than the last video. We're just going to be going over frames and that type of thing. If you don't know anything about that, the last video I will link, but I feel like you guys are going to get a lot out of this one even if you didn't watch the last one. So I'm using this video as kind of like a practice almost. This is more of a journaling technique for me. I'm out here right now on campus. There's people around and they can see me sitting here talking to nobody, talking to the camera, and I'm 100% confident in that. Well, not really, but I'm building myself up to that point, you know? I'm asserting my reality. I feel confident in who I am, and I don't really need to feel this sense of being afraid, this sense of just being ashamed to kind of like be by myself, to be like that one stupid guy that's just sitting there looking at the camera. So I kind of course have those feelings deep within me, but as I talk more and as I push myself past that boundary of fear, I'm kind of coming out of that to where now I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident. I'm starting to open up my body language. People are hearing me, they're looking at me, but it doesn't affect me. Of course, I always start with that general fear and anxiety, like you always do. But to put yourself out there, you have to just kind of keep going and just kind of keep being yourself. It doesn't really matter like what's going on. Because remember, outside of this, you are invisible to pretty much anybody. Even if they are looking up at you, it doesn't really change anything. Because literally in 20 seconds, like the people that pass by me, they're gonna forget what I look like. They're gonna forget what I sound like maybe. They're probably gonna forget that somebody was even talking to a camera to begin with within the next 20 seconds. So if you ever feel like, oh, but Phil, I'm too afraid that I'm gonna get embarrassed in public, and it's like, dude, half of these people, or most of these people, all of these people are not even going to remember you. So it doesn't even matter. The only way they will is if, you know, they step into your frame and then you've already attracted them. Then you've already pretty much won at that point. Even if they don't like what you have to offer and then they leave, let them. Something I'm beginning to realize now is you just kind of have to let people come in and out of your reality, and that's okay. Don't hold anybody in, even if you're like, oh my God, let's just say you're trying to attract a girl. Oh my God, this girl, she just came to me because I was being myself today. And now that I have her, I have to make sure like I maintain this level of entertainment, and I keep, you know, pushing up and up and up so that way it keeps her in. And it's like, dude, once you have her, you don't need to like just keep pulling, you know? Like if she leaves, go ahead, let her leave. Honestly, if you're just yourself, she's gonna come back. Like, it really doesn't matter. Even if she never comes back, who cares? Because the way that you felt when you attracted her is good. And you're just gonna feel that good again. Like, you know, you're just gonna keep feeling that good. And somebody will come along that stays. Oh, but Phil, I'm only attracting low value people, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. Like, if you are yourself, you will be attracting people of all different kinds of value. It just depends on how much you put yourself out there and how much you really express your true self. The more confident that you are in your own reality is the more that people will be attracted to you. So if you have this limiting belief that's kind of like just telling you, oh, I only attract low value people, I'm not ever able to maintain a relationship with somebody that I perceive as high value. If you think like that, then you're pretty much not that confident in your reality. You got to just kind of like tell yourself that's like bullshit, you know, and just kind of take that and wipe it completely. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever belief about yourself makes you feel good, believe that, you know? Like, Just believe whatever feels good. A lot of the times I can get stuck in like this negative thought pattern where I have this thought in my head, oh man, it could just be anything. I'm always gonna be sad. I'm always gonna be anxious. Oh, I really don't wanna go back home leaving college because then I'm gonna be stuck in the 9-to-5 routine and my life is gonna look like this, and that, and I'm just gonna be depressed. And it's like, no, take that thought and just get rid of it. Like, your life is not gonna look like that unless you want it to, It's not, and the thing is, you don't want it to, so you're not even gonna manifest that anyways, I realize, like, you really do kind of manifest what you want. So even if you're depressed for 10 years, you might feel like after those 10 years, I deserve like some kind of reward. So you can get that reward, and you probably will get it, but then you also manifested that you had to have that suffering for that 10 years, So it's all just about like how much you actually want to get what you want. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you, man. Not guaranteed, but nothing bad really is gonna happen, like, because of these negative thoughts. So let them come in, entertain them for a little while, and then just let them go and just be like, that's not true, Like back when I was wrestling, when I was in high school, I would always have these thoughts like, oh, but what happens if I get injured, I break my neck or this and that? And it's just like, man, shut up. Of course there's always like a way that I can get injured, a way that I could break my neck, sure, if I really wanted to. But as long as I'm safe, as long as I'm not like pushing past like a certain point that I know I'm going to get hurt, like, I'm gonna be fine, And worst case scenario, what happens if I get a broken neck? It's probably not gonna feel like the way that I imagined it would feel. It's probably, if I never allow myself to get to that anxious point, to that fearful point, to that dreadful point, then even if the physical thing happens that I'm afraid of, it's probably not gonna feel the same, I was going through like this fear of death for such a long time, and I realized like I'm afraid of like this feeling of what I feel like death is like. But then I realized death is probably nothing like this thing that I'm afraid of. So what is this thing that I'm afraid of? It's really in my mind. This is kind of a concept I talked about in a couple of other videos, but it applies now. You have to imagine that all your different like feelings and thoughts, or mainly just your feelings, are all like a soldier in this war. And instead of them fighting each other, have them form an army and have it fight the spiritual battle that's going on. Because there's like a battle for your attention. There's a battle for your consciousness. There's a battle for your life, for your health, for everything that you want right now. And it's really just you against you, or you against the demons, or you against negative thoughts, you against bad energy. You could call it whatever you want. You against Satan. I don't care what you call it. But there's some kind of like this battle that's going on right now, and it's within everybody. Some people are winning, some people are losing. Some people don't know that there's a battle going on. But it's up to you, because now you have this knowledge. My life's been crazy. I've been like manifesting things. Like, I've always wanted to be a pro wrestler, and I just randomly got the opportunity to go train, given my schedule and everything with jiu-jitsu and school and work and how busy I am. I have the opportunity to come out here on like a beautiful day. I've been doing a lot of meditation, spirituality. I have this turquoise crystal right here, which is good for like your throat and making sure that like, you could talk well, everything is good here, and that you're communicating your best self. It also helps you get into a flow state, a state where you can kind of be, chilling, doing your thing. I'm usually only able to get there through jiu-jitsu, through even video games sometimes. But I'm noticing now that I've been recording these videos more and more, I'm able to get into flow state with these, which is weird because I don't really get into a flow state talking by myself. It's more of talking with another person. So just like you're on your path, I don't know where you are on your path, but I know that you're on your path somewhere. I'm on my path. This is only the beginning for me. I'm not no expert. I'm just a guy on a college campus sitting around and talking to my phone. So if this reaches anybody, use this as motivation, like just to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Just go out and do it. Journal everything. If you're having an anxiety attack, panic attack, journal it until, like, just ride the wave. Just keep riding, just keep riding, just keep riding, keep riding until you get to a point where you're like, what am I gonna have to eat today? That's weird. A bird just flew past me. And all of a sudden, you realize, like, you're not even in the panic attack anymore. If you have, like, an overwhelming amount of ideas, write them down. Just literally, if you need to write like 25 times a day, just write. That's pretty much the secret to, like, getting all of the stuff here in your RAM into your external hard drive. Okay? Look at the journal as your external hard drive, and your mind is your RAM. You want to move stuff from your RAM to your hard drive. Okay? And whatever key concepts you can pull from that hard drive, you pull when you need to. So every single day, write. Every single day, what's on your mind. If you ever get overwhelmed, write it out. Once you can write it out, then you can kind of get a clear mind, which means that you can go out and have a clear focus. Push through your fear barriers by just remembering everything outside of this, you are invisible to other people. There's a guy over there. I'm looking at him right now. He's looking at me right now. I'm pretty much invisible to him unless he comes into this frame. At which point, I will pretty much be blurry. And unless he gets to know me, then that's like a different story. But hey, that's how you attract. So keep doing you. You're doing a great job. I'm learning still. And there's a lot more topics that need to be covered. But as for right now, all I know is that I'm doing good with this vibe. And I feel like I'm learning these same concepts over and over again, but just more in depth each time. So I'll just keep talking about these same things if that's all I can think of. But if I could think of anything new, anything better, I'll start talking about that too. I might make shorter videos just for like specific things, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Honestly, if you made it this far, you gotta leave me a like. You gotta leave me a comment and just talk to me and say, hey Phil, like, you know, I've been watching the video. I made it all the way through to 12 minutes and 40 seconds. And just tell me what you think, you know? Just tell me what even if you're just gonna say hi. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, but it's time to make things happen now. So guys, with that being said, it's been real. Do what you gotta do. Meditate, journal, assert your frame. The more confident that you are in your frame, the more people you'll attract. It's not necessarily about getting a fucking girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's just about living your life the way you want to and having the relationships that you want to have. Guys, I'll see you soon.